Hi students, welcome to DS Economics channel. Today we are going to discuss 2015 December Kerala Set Economics Previous Year question. This is your part number 3. In this part we are going to discuss from question number 81 to 120. This is your last part of 2015 December set. So those who come for the first time, please subscribe to this channel, and those who do not watch the previous part videos, they can watch in the playlist. I have given the link of the playlist in the description box. So you can watch all the previous years of Kerala set in that one playlist. So let's start today's video. Question number 81. The Human Development Index is published by UNDP, World Bank, IMF, UNIDO. The Human Development Index, HDI, Human Development Index means HDI, is published by UNDP, means United Nations Development Program. It published the Human Development Report, which includes the HDI, Human Development Index. So UNDP, United Nations Development Program, published HDI. HDI published by UNDP. Then question number 82. According to Day's theory, the finale of the growth process is the attainment of stationary state. Marxian, monetarist, classical, Keynesian. This concept was given by classical economist. According to classical theory, the finale of the growth theory is the attainment of stationary states, because classical economists like David Ricardo believed that economy would eventually reach a stationary state where capital accumulation ceases due to falling profits. Then question number 83. The World Development Report 2015 is titled as Jobs, Mind, Society, Behavior, Gender Equality, Attacking Poverty. That was Mind, Society and Behavior. The World Development Report 2015 titled as Mind, Society and Behavior. This report explores how a better understanding of human behavior can improve development outcomes. Then question number 84. The Harrod-Domer growth model suggests that growth is directly related to saving. Yes, growth is directly related to saving according to Harrod-Domer, and inversely related to capital output ratio. Yes, this is the right statement, because G is equal to, we know that G is equal to S by V. A simple formula, G is equal to S by V. Here G means growth rate and S means saving rate and V means capital output ratio. So Harrod-Domer model suggests that growth is directly related to saving and it is inversely related to capital output ratio. Means when growth rate increase, then capital output ratio decrease, and when saving increase, growth rate increase. So option A is the right answer. Then question number 85. Who among the following is not a classical economist? David Ricardo. Yes, Ricardo is a classical economist. Then Adam Smith is also a classical economist. Then Malthus is also a classical economist. But Mankiw is not a classical economist. Mankiw was new Keynesian economist. So option D is the right answer. New Keynesian economist, Mankiw, not classical. Then question number 86. Disguised unemployment is when marginal revenue productivity of labor is 0. Yes, disguised unemployment, we seen this type of situation in agriculture. Here the marginal productivity of labor is 0, means common in agriculture. Here more workers are employed than needed, contributing to 0 to output. So their marginal productivity is less, very less, or we can say 0. So option A is the right answer. Then question number 87. Augmentative Indian is a book written by Raghuram Rajan? No. Amartya Sen? Yes, Amartya Sen. Augmentative Indian is a book written by Amartya Sen. Amartya Sen wrote this collection of essays exploring India's intellectual and cultural history. Then question number 88. progress that meets the needs of the present without compromising the abilities of the future generation to meet their own needs is, that is called as tragedy of commons. No, sustainable development. Yes, that is called as sustainable development. It defined in the Botland report in 1987, given by Botland report. This is the best definition of sustainable development. Then question number 89, which among the following is not a feature of mercantilism? Not a feature of mercantilism. First one is highly nationalistic. This is a feature of mercantilism. Highly nationalistic. This is one of a feature. Then favoring regulation. This is also a feature of mercantilism. Then promoting imports. This is also a feature of mercantilism. Planning of economic activity. No, this is not a feature of mercantilism, because factors are perfectly mobile within a country, and we can say mercantilism discourages imports. Here in this option, promoting imports is not correct, but planning of economic activity is correct, because mercantilism discourages imports and promote exports to accumulate gold and silver. So not a feature of mercantilism is promoting imports. They promote export, not import. So option C is the right answer here. Then question number 90, which among the following is not an assumption of 𝙁𝙍𝙀𝙀 theory? Not an assumption of 𝙁𝙍𝙀𝙀 theory. First one is there are no transport cost. According to 𝙁𝙍𝙀𝙀 theory, there are no transport cost. Yes, this is a feature. Production function exhibit constant return to scale. Yes, this is also true. There is perfect competition in both commodity and factor market. Yes, this is also true. Then labor and capital are perfectly immobile between industries within the same country, but perfectly mobile between the countries. No, this is the reverse concept. So this is not correct, because we know that the correct assumption is factors are perfectly mobile within a country and immobile between the country. Here immobile between the industries, this is incorrect. Mobile between the industries within the same country, but perfectly immobile between the countries should be the right answer. So here wrong answer is option number D. So not an assumption is option number D. Then come to question number 91. According to Posner, trade is generated by technology change when limiting lag is longer than demand lag. Yes, imitation lag is longer than demand lag. This is the right option, because Posner imitation lag hypothesis says trade arises when a country's innovation reaches the market faster than foreign producers can imitate it, or longer imitating lag. So this is Posner's imitating lag hypothesis, which says trade arises when a country's innovation reaches the market faster than foreign producers can imitate it. Then question number 92, who introduced the product cycle theory of international trade? Product cycle theory given by Vernon. Yes, product cycle theory given by Vernon. And Raymond Vernon developed the product cycle theory in 1966. He explained how new products lead to trade patterns over time. Then question number 93, identify which among the following is not an effect of tariff. Which is not an effect of tariff? Increase in price within the importing country. Yes, price increase according to tariff. Stimulate production in the import competing industry. Yes, it stimulates production in the importing industry. Then increase in imports in the importing country. No, this is incorrect. Then decrease in imports in the importing industry. Yes, this is correct. So option C is incorrect, or not an effect of tariff. So option C is the right answer, because tariff typically reduce imports by making them more expensive, not increase them. So option C is the right answer. Then question number 94, offer curves in international trade is developed by Marshall Lerner Leontief Skytowski. Offer curve in international trade is developed by Alfred Marshall. So option A is the right answer. Offer curve in international trade were first developed by economist Alfred Marshall, and they are used to illustrate how a country is willing to trade different quantities of goods at various relative prices. Then question number 95. Stopler-Samuelson theorem states that the imposition of a tariff will result in. When we impose tariff, what happens? According to Stopler-Samuelson theory, it links tariff protection to income distribution, benefiting the factor used intensively in the protected sector. So a decrease and increase. Decrease is not correct. Increase in real increase in returns of import competing industry, and a decrease in the real return of the other factor. Yes, option C is the right answer. Stopler-Samuelson theory states that the imposition of a tariff will result in an increase in the real returns of the factor used intensively in the import competing industry and to a decrease in the real returns of the other factors. Option C is the right answer, because this theorem links tariff protection to income distribution, benefiting the factor used intensively in the protected sector. Then question number 96. The pioneering study of the theory of customs union was made by Skittosky, Jacob Wiener. Jacob Wiener is the right answer, because Wiener distinguished between trade creation and trade diversion core to customs union analysis. So option B is the right answer. Then question number 97. According to Dunning, the conditions that determine whether a farm, industry or company will be a source or a host of FDI include ownership advantage, internationalization gains, local national considerations, all of the above. So all of the above is the right answer, because Dunning's OLI means Dunning's condition determine whether a firm is industry or company will be a source of host of FDI include ownership advantage, location advantage and internationalization gains. So all of the above are right answer. Then question number 98. If MPS, marginal propensity to save, is 0.2, if the marginal propensity to import is 0.3, the value of multiplier will be. So there is a simple formula to calculate this. Upon economy multiplier. Upon economy multiplier formula is 1 by MPS plus MPM. 1 by MPS plus MPM. So 1 by MPS means marginal propensity to save, that is 0.2, plus marginal propensity to import MPM, that is 0.3. So 1 by 0.5, or we can say 10 by 5. So 5 to the 10, 2 is the right answer. So option A is the right answer here. Then question number 99. The theory of purchasing power parity was formalized in the 1920s by Robert Mundell, Gustav Cassel, Samuelson, Hicks. Theory of purchasing power parity, PPP theory given by Gustav Cassel. Option B is the right answer. Swedish economist Gustav Cassel gave formal shape to the purchasing power parity theory in 1920s. Then question number 100. The objectives of GATT were reduction or elimination of trade barrier. Yes, this is true. General agreement on trade and tariff. The objectives are reduction or elimination of trade barrier, incorporation of the most favored nation principle. Yes, this is also true. The principle of reciprocity. Yes, this is also a principle. So all of the above is the right answer here. Then question number 101. Dumping aims at flooding a foreign country with high priced commodity, low price commodity. Dumping aims to flooding a foreign country with low price commodities. Foreign country low price and domestic country high price. Low price commodity means dumping is the practice of exporting goods at a price lower than the domestic market or cost to capture market share or destroy competitors. Then question number 102, which of the following are true for a dirty float? Dirty float. First one is, it is a purely fixed exchange rate system. No, this is incorrect. It is a compromise between fixed and floating exchange rate system. Yes, this is true. Then central banks sometimes intervene in the forex or foreign exchange market to curb sharp changes. Yes, B and C are true here, because a dirty float, or we can say managed float, is a hybrid system where exchange rates are mostly market determined, but central banks intervene occasionally to stabilize them. So both B and C is the right answer. Then question number 103, which of the following is a non-tariff barrier to international trade? Export duty, embargo, countervailing duty, or import duty? It is a non-tariff barrier to international trade, that is embargo. Embargo, a non-tariff barrier restricts trade without using tariff. An embargo is a government ban on trade with specific countries or products, like a classic non-tariff barrier. Then question number 104, a straight line production possibility curve refers to straight line production possibility curve. This refers to what? Constant cost, decreasing cost, increasing cost, or increasing investment. This shows a constant cost. A constant cost, because a linear PPC indicate constant opportunity cost, meaning resources are equally efficient in producing both goods. Then question number 105, Wiseman and Peacock described a dash effect, which refers to the apparent tendency for the central economic activity to grow faster than that of the state local government when a society is experiencing economic growth, that is displacement, inspection, concentration, or imitating. This is concentration effect, because concentration effect in the Wiseman-Peacock hypothesis describes the phenomenon where during economic growth the central government economic activity tends to expand at a faster rate compared to the state and local government. This is because during times of crisis or social upheaval, the central government takes on a more prominent role in managing the economy, leading to a concentration of public expenditure at the national level. So that is concentration effect. And displacement inspection, there are different effects of Peacock-Wiseman. Displacement means during a crisis, government spending increases sharply. During a crisis. After the crisis, instead of falling back, the spending level remain elevated, establishing a new higher baseline, that is called as displacement effect. Then inspection means a crisis promotes closer examination of public institutions and services. This leads to reforms and the creation of additional programs which permanently expand the government expenditure, that is inspection effect. And concentration means in response to crisis, the central government assumes a greater share of fiscal responsibilities compared to state or local governments. This results in a faster growth of central government spending relative to lower level. So these are the three effects together explains why government expenditure tends to rise over time even after the initial crisis has passed. Then question number 106, if a tax on all incomes is levied at the same rate, it is called as same rate, that is proportional. First one is progressive, second one is digressive or regressive, then this is proportional, same for all, proportional, and another one is disgressive, progressive and proportional, that is disgressive. So here right answer is progressive tax, because a proportional that is proportional tax. Proportional means everyone pays the same percentage of income regardless of how much they earn. Then next question, question number 107. The chairman of the Committee of Taxation of Agricultural Wealth and Income, that is 1972, was K.N. Raj. Yes, at that time K.N. Raj was the chairperson or chairman. The Committee on Taxation and Agricultural Wealth and Income was appointed by the Government of India in 1972 and was chaired by Dr. K.N. Raj. The committee recommended the implementation of a progressive agricultural holding tax. Then question number 108. The first finance commission in India was under the chairmanship of K. Sanathanam, Y.V. Reddy, K.C. Niyogi. Option C is the right answer. The first finance commission was established in 1951 under K.C. Niyogi. Then question number 109. The gilt-edge market deals in worn and torn currency notes, no. Currency notes in circulation, no. Government securities, corporate bonds, government securities. The gilt-edge market deals in government securities, because the gilt-edge market refers to the market for high-grade government securities, usually bonds issued by the central government. Then question number 110. A curve which shows the relationship between tax rate and tax revenue is known as. It is shows the relationship between tax rate and tax revenue. Tax rate 0 to 100%. Here this is interest. This is called as Laffer curve. Because the Laffer curve illustrates that beyond a certain point, increasing tax rate can lead to a decrease in total tax revenue. So Laffer curve is the right answer. Then question number 111. Interest payments is an item of revenue, expenditure, plan or capital. It comes under revenue expenditure. Interest payment is an item of revenue expenditure, because interest payments on public debt are classified under revenue expenditure because they are recurring payments not used to create assets. Then question number 112. The 14th Finance Commission is chaired by Y.V. Reddy. Yes, 14th Finance Commission chaired by Y.V. Reddy from 2013 to 15. Then question number 113. Indian Tax Reform is a book written by. Indian Tax Reform book written by P.M. Khusru Mehta, Brahmananda, N. Calder. Nicholas Calder wrote the book Indian Tax Reform. Nicholas Calder was a British economist who was initiated by the government of India to recommend reforms in the Indian tax system. His influential report led to the book Indian Tax Reform, which suggests expenditure tax, wealth tax, agricultural tax. So Calder's work significantly influenced India's taxation policy in 1950s and 60s time. Then question number 114. Given the quantity theory of money, MV is equal to PT. MV represent supply of money. Yes, MV represents supply of money. The next question, question number 115. According to Keynes, speculative demand for money is inversely related to employment, exchange rate, rate of interest or foreign reserve. Speculative demand for money is inversely related to rate of interest. Means when rate of interest decrease, speculative demand for money increases, and when rate of interest increase, then speculative demand for money decreases. This concept given by Keynes. People hold money, more money, or speculate when interest rates are low, expecting them to rise, which would lower bond prices. Then next question, question number 116, the coexistence of unemployment and inflation in the economy is termed as unemployment and inflation, that is reflation, deflation, disinflation or stagflation, that is called as stagflation, means stagnation with inflation. Stagnation means unemployment and inflation means inflation. So stagflation is a condition of stagnant economic growth and high unemployment and high inflation. So D is the right answer. Then question number 117, which of the following is not a function of central bank? Not a function of central bank. Lender of last resort, yes, this is a function of central bank. Bank of issue, yes, this is also a function. Custodian of cash reserve, yes, this is also a function. Then accepting deposits from the public, no, this is not a function of central bank, because this is a function of commercial bank. This is a function of commercial bank, but all other functions are functions of central bank. So option D is the right answer. Then question number 118, the ratio of after tax income while unemployed to after tax income while employed, sacrifice ratio, hysteresis effect, replacement ratio or unemployment debt ratio. This is called as replacement ratio. Replacement ratio measures the percentage of a worker's pre-unemployment income that is replaced by unemployment benefit. So option C is the right answer. Then question number 119, the economist who argues that industrial fluctuations are caused by monetary factor is Keynes, Robinson, 𝙁𝙍𝙀𝙀. 𝙁𝙁, the economist who argued that industrial fluctuations are caused by monetary factor is 𝙁𝙁, because 𝙁𝙍𝙁 emphasized the role of monetary factors, especially the expansion and contraction of credit by bank and the main cause of business cycles or industrial fluctuations. So 𝙁𝙁 is the right answer. Then today's last question, question number 120, the argument that net capital flows between countries occurred in response to differences between domestic and foreign interest rates was first propounded by Higgs Hansen, Mundell Fleming, Pigot Marshall, Barrow Ricardo. This concept was given by Mundell Fleming. This is called as Mundell Fleming model, because Mundell Fleming model explains how capital flows are driven by interest rate differentials under different exchange rate regimes, especially in an open economy context. So Mundell Fleming is the right answer. So this is all about for the today's session. So thank you all for watching. See you in the next video. Jai Jagannath.